Hey you guys, it's Miss Michelle and I'm back today with another review video. If you saw my last review video, you'll know that I reviewed the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Le Rouge lipstick. And today I'm going to be reviewing the Maybelline New York Fit Me foundation. This is one of the new shades. It is number 360 and it is the name of the shade is Mocha. And this is the product. And on the bottom, you can see it says new shade. They have 3 new shades that they came out with. And I got this from my local Walmart store yesterday because I had ran out of my Maybelline New York Dream Liquid Mousse foundation. And I was like, okay, well, maybe I want to try something different. And so I was like, what do I possibly want to get? And so I'm looking at the L'Oreal Paris foundations, and I was like, well, I really don't want to get the True Match foundation because I tried that before. I wasn't really crazy about it. I was like, look. I saw the Revlon Color Stay. However, and this is another thing with me, maybe this is just me, but I do not like getting makeup that has been opened. And the Revlon Color Stay, they had one left in my color, but it had been opened. And because the little seal was broken, and I was like, I don't want it. And so I was looking, and so I had saw the Fit Me foundation before, but at the time they didn't have a shade for me. But now, since they've created 3 new shades, they had a color for me. So I was like, well, I'll try this out. And so I got this. Plus, let me tell you guys, I don't know if this is just at my local Walmart store, if this is nationwide, but this was on rollback. Yes, rollback for $5. $5 for a foundation. Yes. And so since it was on rollback for $5, I purchased 2, and the other one's back there. So since it was on rollback for $5, I got 2 of them. And so I had got it, and today is my first time using it. I had used it this morning when I had went out with Tay for our trip to the mall and stuff. And so I used it, and I was putting it on. And my initial thing was, and you guys know, I like foundations with a pump. As you see, this does not have a pump. This is just foundation in a bottle. You unscrew the top, and you just pour it either on. You can pour it onto a sponge, onto a foundation brush. Some people pour it onto the back of their hand and use a stippling brush. Some people pour it onto their fingertips. I pour it onto my fingertips because I just feel like when you apply it to your fingertips, that gives you the fullest coverage. But I got this, and I put it on today, poured it on my fingertips, started blending it in. And my initial thing about it was this is the truest to color foundation I have ever used. This foundation is so true to color. Because typically when I get a foundation, it may be maybe slightly lighter or slightly darker than my skin tone. This foundation is so true to color. It is amazing. This is amazing. It says matches natural tone, blends seamlessly, and lets skin breathe. I mean, they are not lying. This foundation is so true to color. It is ridiculous. And then, like I said, it was $5, so I purchased 2. And the only downside, I wish this had a pump. If this had a pump, it would just be the shit. Excuse my language, because I don't like to cuss in my review videos. But if this had a pump, it would just be the total shit. Like I said, I like this. The fact that, let's go over some pointers with this. I won't say pointers. Let's go over some key points. When I was using it this morning, another thing I don't care for is it's very liquidy. Let me see if I shake it. Can you hear it? Well, stop my fingers from shaking. You hear it? It's very liquidy. And I think the reason it's so liquidy and not as much creamy or thick as normal liquid foundations is because this is supposed to provide a more natural coverage, which it does. This is more of a natural coverage foundation as opposed to a medium to full or full coverage foundation. This is a very natural coverage foundation. I can't say that it's light coverage, but I would say it's more so medium. It's definitely not medium to full or full, but this is probably medium coverage foundation. And it gives you it's very natural coverage. So if you like that look where you don't want to look like you're wearing a lot of makeup, you could definitely use this. And they also have the Fit Me concealers and the Fit Me powders. So if you like that natural coverage look where you don't want to look like you just are wearing a full face of makeup, you could definitely apply this with a sponge, because using a sponge gives you light coverage as well. So if you were to apply this with a sponge, like take your sponge, pour it onto the sponge, and apply it to your face, this would definitely give you very natural coverage. However, for me, I apply with my fingertips because that, to me, in my opinion, that gives you the fullest coverage. Also, this is buildable coverage as well. So if you want to apply, let it dry, and apply some more, you can, because this is a buildable coverage foundation. But like I said, this is very liquidy. So the fact that it's so liquidy, it dries. The dry time is longer as opposed to, say, how some people say with the Revlon Color Stay foundation, since it's kind of on the thicker side, how it dries faster. And as opposed to like the CoverGirl Tone Rehab foundation and the Dream Liquid Mousse foundation, this is pretty liquidy. Just like the Revlon Photo Ready foundation, how that's pretty liquidy, this is pretty liquidy. So the dry time, it's not a very fast dry time. So if you're one of those people where in the morning you're in a rush, you might want to, I know some people try to get up earlier and give their face time to dry. I've seen people do all types of things that make their foundation dry faster. Like I've seen people like put their blow dryer on cool and like blow dry their face to hurry up and like dry and set the foundation. But you would definitely need to put a powder with this. This is not something where I would just suggest you wear the foundation only, because this foundation needs to be set. It just does. There's no other way for this foundation needs to be set. But I would definitely say it's very true to color. So if you were looking for something that's true to color, that will still like let your natural color come through, then this is it, because this foundation is very true to color. The Fit Me, I mean, they picked the perfect name for it. But like I said, I don't know if it's just at my local store, my local Walmart store, or nationwide. But rollback for $5 for a foundation, $5. You can't beat that. I'm sorry. There is no, because you can pay like $10 just for one foundation. I mean, you can pay upwards to like $8, $9 for one foundation. So $10 for two foundations, yes. But I would definitely say it's very liquidy. So dry time, yes, longer dry time. However, you do have buildable coverage, and it is very true to color. It gives you natural coverage, so if you don't want anything super heavy and cakey-like, then this is what I would suggest. As far as long lasting, like I said in my previous video, it's like 7 o'clock now. I've had my makeup on since 12, so that's like 7 hours of wear. I mean, it's still pretty much put. As I would definitely say, it has worn down. This is not like one of those 12, 16-hour wear foundations. This is more like probably something that you would just wear to, I don't know, I guess maybe I want to say I'm sorry, my battery died. But like I was saying before my battery died, I would not consider this a long wearing foundation. I've had this on since 12 noon and now it's 7 o'clock. And I would say this is something that would probably last. If you were to wear this to a 9-to-5 job, I would definitely suggest taking your powder with you, or having like some oil blotting papers or something with you, because this is going to wear down. This isn't a long wearing foundation. I'd probably say this will last maybe like full face for maybe like 3-4 hours, depending on how heavy you put it on. But this is definitely not something, especially if you apply this really light, like if you were to just take your sponge and pour it onto your sponge and just use that amount, like if you were, because some people do their makeup very, very light. They'll take a sponge and pour like a dime size amount and just dot it on their face and just blend it out. And that'll be their makeup and they're done. So if you were to do that, this definitely is not going to last you the entire day. It's just not. But if you apply this, like if you were to apply maybe like 1 coat with your fingertips, maybe 2 coats with your fingertips, this will probably last you maybe like 4 hours. Probably, I'd say about 4 to 5 hours. So it's not a long wearing foundation, but and it also depends on how, or if you have oily skin, dry skin, things like that. That also plays a factor. For me, I have oily skin, and for me, this was wearing good for about 4 or 5 hours. Like I said, I've had makeup on since 12, so it's starting to get late. But definitely this right here, I would suggest getting this. Yes, this is a thumbs up. This is the truest to color foundation I have ever used. So I would definitely say get this. I'm happy I got this when I went to Walmart, and I'm happy I got 2 bottles of it. I just wish I had a pump. That would just make it so kick ass. But until next time, much love from me, Miss Michelle. If you guys have any questions about this foundation, please feel free to ask me. Until next time, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. You can also follow me on Twitter at It's Miss Michelle, okay? Just like my username. And I'll see all you guys later. Bye.